Welcome to your summer edition of Chewing the Fat. Bevo here with you. Tonight we're down at the Treasury Hotel in Adelaide and we've got a very special guest. Now recently Ryan Burton, of course, has come across to the Port Adelaide Footy Club and we're joined tonight by two-time premiership player at North Adelaide in 1987 and 1991. That is Craig Burton, the father of Ryan. Craig, great to have you on, mate.
Thanks for having me, Bevo.
You're most welcome. Now, tell us all about Ryan. Now, of course, he was over there in America with his mates and probably having the time of his life. And what was it like getting a phone call telling him that he was going to be playing for Port Adelaide next year instead of the Hawks?
Yeah, look, it came as a bit of a shock. But once the shock subsided and we got down to talking about next season and how it might look, it's all been positive from there on in.
Fantastic. And yourself, personally, obviously being an Adelaide boy yourself and knowing that Ryan's going to be back here in Adelaide now, you and the wife must be pretty happy about that.
Yeah, it's great to have your kids all back in the one city, although he loved the Melbourne lifestyle and living over there, so there was never an issue, the sort of come home issue that you hear in the AFL, but now that it's all done and dusted, we're really looking forward to it.
Fantastic. Now, of course, as we talked about before, it's the way the AFL is changing these days with the trade period and that sort of thing. And Chad Wingard has gone over to the Hawks. Is there a bit of expectation now on the shoulders of Ryan, you think? Or do you reckon he'll just go out there and play the sort of footy we know he can play, where he probably should have won the Rising Star a couple of years ago, finishing runner-up?
Look, I think always being in Adelaide with a two-team state is harder, but I think he's up for the challenge and looking forward to it. I think there'll be plenty of opportunities at Port to play perhaps in some different roles than what he's been used to.
Speaking of that, he did play forward as a junior and played some great footy for North Adelaide for Sacred Heart until he had that horrible leg injury. But can you see him playing forward for the Power, or can you see him more sort of down back like he was with the Hawks?
Look, really not too sure at this stage, and I'm sure those conversations will happen, but knowing him like I do and seeing him in the past playing forward and midfield, he's got the capability to do all of that.
Now, you grew up playing for the Roosters, as we mentioned before, winning that 1987 and 1991 premiership. How is it that Ryan ended up barracking for the Maggies, the arch enemy who played against in the 1989 Grand Final?
Yeah, well, I guess they were the Power then, so there's a little bit of a differentiation. I still see Port as a different team in the AFL than I did in the when I played against them. But he took on board. I think it was about 2005. He started barracking for the Power and stuck with them. But I guess when you look at where they finished in those years, they were up the top, so he might have just jumped on the bandwagon, I think. Yeah,
smart man. And you're involved at the Adelaide Crows as a runner, so you still got a bit of a soft spot for the Crows, or is it going to be 100% Power now all the way with Ryan as a Power player?
Oh, definitely 100% behind the Power now, for sure.
Okay, we'll talk about your career now. Dave Primer's a mate of mine, who, of course, you used to be his boss. G'day to Dave. And Dave's asked me a bit of inside information to find out from you about the 1991 Grand Final. For those people that didn't see that one, it was a bit of a bloodbath between North Adelaide and Westies. North won the game, and it was a huge fight on the outer there between Stephen Sims and a few other boys from Westies, and just turned into some massive brawl that's had thousands of hits on YouTube. Not, of course, that we condone violence, but Dave asked me, Craig, where were you when this fight broke out, mate?
Well, sometimes you can't be right in the action, Bevo, but I happened to be, I think, in the forward pocket, and the fight broke out on the wing, so it's a long way to run to the forward pocket, to the wing. So I managed to find myself with the ball in hand, I think, and managed to snag a goal, and I don't think it was even on camera.
Okay, that's a pretty good answer, I reckon. Staying right out of it, smart way to be. And the Roosters won the premiership this year. It was the first time since 1991. There's a bit of controversy about it, but we won't go into that. But it must have been pretty special to see them win the first flag since 91.
It was great, yeah. I went to all their finals and really enjoyed watching them play. They play a good brand of footy. Josh Carr's got them playing really well. And, yeah, to win was terrific, and enjoyed the celebrations on Sunday night as well.
Well, fantastic. Well, that's all we've got time for this week on Chewing the Fat. Craig, thank you so much for coming on, mate. It's been really good to hear your insight, obviously your career as a footballer yourself, and also, from a father of a future star, or he's a current star, but hopefully a future star with the Power in Ryan.
Yeah, thanks, Bevo. Look, appreciate you giving me a call to come and have a chat.
Thank you so much. We'll be back with more Chewing the Fat next time. Take care and bye for now.